Hey guys, so RASSIE ERASMUS has officially announced his first Springbok training camp for 2024. He has named 35 players in total with 11 uncapped players. So exciting times for the future of the Springboks. In this video, I'll give you guys my thoughts in terms of the players that RASSIE has selected, as well as my own 23-man Springbok squad to face the Welsh within late June. Before we get into this, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and definitely leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts just in terms of the players that RASSIE selected, as well as my own 23-man squad to face the Welsh. So, yeah, let's just dive straight into this. So, in terms of the players that RASSIE has selected, like I said, he's gone with 11 uncapped players, and those players are Jordan Hendrikse, Quan Horn, Edward van der Merwe. They've gone with Morne van der Berg in terms of Lions players. In terms of the Sharks, he's gone with the likes of Pepsi Butawezi, Sia Masuku, as well as Ethan Hooker. So, yeah, some decent players there, and definitely deserving because, they're all outstanding within that Challenger Cup. And then, yeah, for the Stormers, again, he's been allowed to select Stormers players here because, they got knocked out, out of the URC within that quarterfinal. So it does mean that RASSIE was able to select Stormers players, not able to select Bulls players because they're still, in the URC as they have advanced towards that semifinal. But in terms of Stormers players, he selected the likes of Ben Jason Dixon. He's gone with Sasha Frimberg, Imgumuzulu, Niflin Fauché, as well as Andre Hugo Venter. So, yeah, some good players there, I say, overall, and a mixed bag in terms of the positions as well. The key one I like the most, and again, this may be, you guys may disagree with me here, but I like the selection of Andre Hugo Venter just because I've always felt that the Springboks need like a young hooker, and he looks like the next young hooker really for the Springboks. So kind of liking that he's been included in this training camp here. Well, in terms of the overall squad, you have the likes of Joseph Zweba, you have Peter Septitoit, you have Eben Etzebeth, you have Vincent Gok, you got Frans Malherbe, Malcolm Marks, you got Bongi Manombi, you got Imchunu, you got Murad there, you got Franco Mostert, you got Oxton Shea, you got Evan Roos, you got who else? Quagga Smith, and even Jasper Wiese as well. So that's just the forwards there. In terms of the backs, RASSIE has selected the likes of Demi Delende, Flap de Klerk, Andre Esterhuizen, Apelele Fassi, Jesse Clear, you got Jason Kobe, you got Manny Libok, you got Makazoli Mpimpi, Andre Pollard, as well as Grant Williams. So, yeah, an exciting squad there for the Springboks, guys. So there's a lot of players that's been selected there, but a lot of players we've also missed out. The key ones you could probably say is, I guess, RJ Snyman. He just doesn't seem like he's available for selection because, of course, he's part of that Munster side, so he's not going to be available for selection here. You have, I'm trying to think, there's Quagga Smith has been counted in this list, but I'm not sure he's actually going to be available for the Welsh test just because he's been injured for a while now within Japan, and it looks like he's only being available for the Irish test in terms of those two tests there. So look, if he is available for this Welsh test, put him in because he needs at least game a bit of minutes before he kind of goes in towards that Ireland series. But I don't think he'll be ready in time. And with Andre Pollard, you have the likes of, he's kind of just part of this training squad, but I don't believe he'll actually play in that Welsh test. And even like Jasper Wiese, he's included, but he's just been part of the training camp, even though he has a six-game suspension. So he won't even be available, I believe, for this Welsh game and the Ireland series and that Portugal game, and maybe even some games in the Rugby Championship. So yeah, we're not going to see him for a while, unfortunately. But in that case, though, we have some players that can replace him in the number 8 spot. So I'll get into that very shortly. But yeah, in terms of other players that he hasn't gone with, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't gone with Thomas Tutoy because I thought he's been brilliant kind of for Bath throughout the Premiership. But again, they just played in that Premiership final yesterday and did lose, unfortunately. But still, he's been really impressive for them. But maybe he gets later. Maybe he gets named in like kind of the future Springbok squad when it's for that Ireland test. Because again, there's a lot of players who aren't in this one who will make the Ireland test. Like there's like Kanye Wam who's a bit iffy in terms of his fitness. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'm trying to forget here, but. Yeah, you see Khaleesi as well. He was injured recently, but I think he'll be available for the Ireland test. Yeah, look, there's a lot of players, guys. There's a lot of players. But in terms of my own 23-man squad to face the Welsh, like this is kind of what I've gone with so far. Again, this is just a rough guess of what I believe could happen. I've gone with the likes of Oxton Shea to start number 1, Malcolm Marks number 2, Frans Malherbe number 3, Eben Etzebeth number 4, Franco Mostert number 5, Evan Roos at number 6, I've gone with the likes of Peter Sartori at number 7, as well as Pepsi Butawezi at number 8. So, yeah, a decent, I'd say, forward pack there for the Springboks. In terms of the back line, I've gone with the likes of Grant Williams at number 9, Manny Libbok number 10, Damien Delende number 12, with Jussie Clear number 13. And then for the wingers, I've got Makazole Mapimpi and Cheslin Kobe. And a number 15 spot, I've given it a debut towards Horn there. So I think that's a decent kind of starting 15 there for the Boks kind of finish off the Welsh. In terms of the bench, of course, we do the likes of Nchunu there as the loose head prop, Bongi Minobi as the hooker, Vincent Gok as the tight head, and Morat there as the lock. Again, with Morat, I just want to specify, I'm surprised he's the only option that can kind of come off the bench, because I would have liked to see more kind of options in terms of those locking positions, because that is kind of a weakness or kind of a weak point for the Boks at the moment, because there's a lot of players unavailable, because it's only, Eben Smith, Franco Mostert, and Morat there. Again, Arja Steinman not available for the URC because, Munster have advanced towards that semi-final. You have, Lord Dieger, who was kind of dealing with that kind of heart condition he was having. So I'm not really sure what kind of stance he's at the moment. Even like Gene Klein, I believe, is not available right at the moment. And yeah, it's just one of those where I would have liked to see like another player like included, like even like Van der Heerden. He's been pretty good throughout this year for the URC in terms of the URC. So I would like to see a player like him maybe involved. But yeah, I guess they've just gone with Morat there as kind of the backup lock, which is what I've done as well. In terms of the backs, of course, I've gone the likes of Flap the Kirk, Sia Masuku, and Fassi there to finish it off. So, again, it's just my attempt of kind of just guessing what the Springboks could do in terms of that kind of 23-man squad to face the Welsh. Again, this will be completely different when they face the Irish because a lot more players will be available. But, yeah, just thought I'd give it a go and, just see what your kind of thoughts on the kind of the 23-man squad I've selected there. But, I'll leave it there, guys. Like the video, guys. Subscribe to our channel. And, see you guys next time.